organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, Iowa's B numbers are dropping. Find out what's causing the change. And later, graduate student protest how one University of Iowa group is fighting for its rights.
We take a look into how wrestling is getting ready for their postseason.
Also, one Hawkeye earned honors yesterday while another is getting ready to represent America.
It's been rainy in the past few days, but expect some cloudy skies in the next few. Find out more in weather.
We have all that and more coming up. Don't go anywhere. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Nikki Crossway. More than 2,000 University of Iowa students will be losing scholarships they were granted for the upcoming academic year. Due to budget cuts from the state level, the UI has cut funding for 6 in-state scholarships. Ben Mueller is one freshman student at the UI who is facing a drop in scholarship money. Daily Iowan TV reporter Adele Jock spoke with Ben's father about the scholarship cuts his son received last week.
If they decide because of state budget cuts that they are not going to give the scholarships anymore, you know, to those who haven't accepted them, right? They haven't been awarded, to just stop awarding them. But that doesn't mean you have to take them away from the people who already have them.
Alongside the Iowa Scholarship Class Action Network, Mueller is currently working on filing a lawsuit against the university. The university has not made a public comment about the lawsuit. The Graduate Student Union at the University of Iowa took to the Pentecrest Tuesday afternoon to protest the recent collective bargaining policy that was just passed. The graduate students protested on the Pentecrest and then moved to the president's office to try and speak with him about their issues with the recent cuts from their contracts. The protesters were not able to talk to President Harold on these issues, but 2 university officials were in attendance to hear these complaints. The graduation
are affected and the graduate workers continue to be left out of the conversation over their benefits, we're going to stand up and fight back. And that's what you saw here today, was a sort of us mobilizing to stand up and fight.
The Graduate Student Union says that they will not give up in their battle for their rights that they believe have been taken away. Stick with the Daily Iowan as we follow this story as it develops further. President Trump is making changes to his travel ban. His new plan would exclude legal permanent residents as well as existing visa holders. This comes just 3 weeks after federal courts blocked Trump's initial travel ban. Originally, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer stated that the 2 executive orders would coexist. However, the president is now expected to formally revoke the previous travel ban order. Alongside the revised travel ban, the Trump administration announced on Tuesday that they have changed their stance regarding immigration policy. President Trump is now stating that he is open to granting legal status to illegal immigrants who have not been convicted of any serious crimes. This is in direct opposition to Trump's campaign promise that undocumented immigrants would not become U.S. citizens after entering the country illegally. Shorts, sandals, and t-shirts one day, long winter coats, hats, and boots the next day. What is going on with these drastic changes in the weather? Rachel Valentine has more.
Sunshine and warm breeze on Monday, to snow and ice on Tuesday. One of the most controversial topics in today's politics and culture is global warming. Is it merely a cycle, or are we progressing the strange sunny days in February?
So we live in a place that is really rapidly warming. We're expecting significant warming over the next few decades. And that, I would say, is, you never want to say a particular day is due to climate change, but certainly this pattern of warmer weather is.
But what is the difference between weather and climate?
Weather is very short term. You know what's happening today. Climate is the long-term pattern that emerges as a result of all these observations that we've made in relation to weather.
Although these warmer temperatures may signify something more severe happening within the atmosphere and hydrosphere, some students may seem concerned.
It's kind of annoying. It's like I hate having to get used to one weather and then it changes like 2 seconds later.
While some students and even construction workers are taking advantage of this warm weather. Reporting from McBride Hall, I'm Rachel Valentine with Daily Iowan TV.
It looks like we'll be sticking to long sleeves heading into this next month. Let's toss it over to Afe in the weather studio to see just what we have to look forward to heading into this first week of March. Afe?
Yes, Nikki, thank you. It looks like we're going to have to keep wearing our long sleeves in the next few days. It's been rainy this week with cool temperatures, and there will be more of that today. This morning will be cloudy with showers, and as the day progresses into the afternoon, temperatures will be at 44 degrees with a 40% chance of rain. Towards the evening, expect temperatures to drop to 25 degrees with cloudy skies, and Thursday morning is going to be cloudy with gusty winds later on in the day. Now let's take a look at our 6-day extended forecast. Throughout the weekend, expect cloudy skies with temperatures being fairly nice on Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures will be warmer in the high 60s, so it looks like we're going to be enjoying temperatures similar to last week. Monday morning is expected to be in the 60s as well, with an 80% chance of thunderstorms. The trend of warmer than average temperatures is expected to stick around throughout the month of March. With the gradual change in seasons, allergies are starting to kick up. But on a good note, it seems spring is closer than we think. Nikki, back to you.
According to a string of studies, the bee population has been dropping in a shockingly steady rate. Daily Iowan TV reporter Christopher Cervantes reports on with more on this issue.
With spring just a hop, skip, and a jump away, many in Iowan are looking forward to the return of lush life in the area. Sadly, one small springtime staple might not be as noticeable. Despite the imminent return of spring, the local bee population is an entirely different matter. According to experts, the bee population is steadily decreasing. While many see these insects as pests, they provide a much-needed biological service.
We're not getting near the honey output. As far as agriculture goes, 2/3 of the food you eat is touched either directly or indirectly by bees. Viney fruits have to have insects to pollinate them. Some of the vegetables are the same way.
While there is a consensus that human involvement is a key factor, the exact cause is much harder to place.
They're caused by the chemicals that we're using in our environment, mostly pesticides and even soap, like washing your car. If they'd get into that soapy water, that's hard on them. Soap in a river is hard on them.
Luckily, though, the Iowa Beekeeper Association knows of a couple ways to save the local population.
It's going back to the old school way of farming where you don't use any chemicals, and there you're back to doing more mechanical work with machines and avoiding all those chemicals. That's the only way there is.
Whatever's decided both locally and nationally, the state of the bee population is in our hands. Reporting from Iowa City, this is Christopher Cervantes, Daily Iowan TV.
Today, the Peace Corps celebrates its 56th anniversary of being signed into legislation by President John F. Kennedy. In honor, the University of Iowa Peace Corps is celebrating by hosting informational meetings in order to teach students how to get involved in the Peace Corps.
It's an opportunity for American citizens to go and live and work in a developing country for 2 years.
The goals of the Peace Corps is to promote world peace and friendship while also creating a relationship with other people and countries, spreading the word about their culture.
That host country is learning about Peace Corps and about the U.S. not from a political or Hollywood standpoint, but from a citizen standpoint.
For more information about how you can get involved, visit www.peacecorps.gov. Well, it's going to be a big weekend for Hawkeye Athletics, Iowa wrestling in particular. Charles and Taylor are standing by to update us on what Hawkeye Athletics have been up to.
Thanks, Nikki. Well, Hawkeye sports are definitely in full swing as baseball had their second home game of the season yesterday, but was called for rain after 2 innings. And men's basketball is getting ready to close out their regular season with just 2 games left tomorrow and Sunday.
That's right. Along with that, women's basketball will open up the Big Ten tournament tomorrow at 11 a.m. as they will take on Northwestern.
Now, another successful regular season has come to an end for Hawkeye Wrestling. They'll begin their run to the NCAA championships this weekend at the Big Ten tournament. Taylor Van Fleet has more.
Iowa Wrestling will head into the Big Ten tournament this weekend in Bloomington, Indiana. The number 3 ranked Hawkeyes head into the tournament on a high note. They have been able to come out on top of their last 6 meets and did not record a loss throughout the entire month of February. Coach Brands and the Hawkeyes hope to keep that hot streak alive as they head into a tough conference tournament.
Now it comes down to the actual performance. Go do what you were born and what you were put on this planet to do, and that's to be the best that you can be every day. And when you wake up and there's a battle, hit it head on and take care of it, and then move on to the next thing in your life. And just keep knocking them down. That's what it's all about.
I don't really feel nervous at all. I almost feel like relaxed and calmed by the competition factor. I look forward at my opponents, and I see myself, I see my shots. I can visualize everything.
Take it one point at a time, one match at a time, and when I do that, everything else will fall into place.
Number 1 ranked and undefeated Thomas Gilman will fight for his first Big Ten championship title this weekend. Senior Corey Clark will look to defend his conference title, and several other top-ranked Hawkeye wrestlers will be fighting for a conference title as well. Reporting for Hawkeye Wrestling at Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Taylor Van Fleet, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
On Saturday, the Hawkeyes will begin their first session at 10 a.m. and their second session at 6 p.m. on Sunday. The Hawkeyes will have a 12 p.m. start and will finish the championship finals at 3 p.m. The Hawks will go into Big Tens ranked 3rd overall.
Iowa also has 9 players that have earned pre-seed. Senior Thomas Gilman is listed as the top 125-pounder in the Big Ten Conference pre-seeds, and Senior Corey Clark is the number 3 seed at 133. 3 Hawkeyes are seeded number 2, including Sorensen at 149, redshirt freshman Michael Kimmerer at 157, and defending champion Sammy Brooks at 184.
That's right. Also, senior Alex Meyer is the number 5 seed at 174. 3 more Hawkeyes received seeds prior to their Big Ten Conference tournament debuts. Senior Topher Carton is the number 6 seed at 141. Redshirt freshman Joey Gunther is seeded 5th at 165, and redshirt freshman Cash Wilkie is the number 7 seed at 197. We will have your updates from the tournament on Monday's show.
The track team just competed at Big Ten tournament and had a strong performance there this past weekend. One of the contributors to the Hawkeye success is distance runners Adam Jones. Lucy Roden has more.
Senior distance runner Adam Jones traveled the ultimate distance last year when he moved 758 miles away from Birmingham, Alabama to Iowa City. Jones is a graduate transfer from Samford University. During his time at Samford, Jones competed in the 2014 NCAA semifinals and was named an honorable mention All-American. Jones has carried that success and other lessons from his career at Samford to his time now at Iowa.
Being at a smaller school, you learn to just take advantage of every opportunity you're given. I realize that here at Iowa, we have so much stuff we're given, so many great meets and so many good opportunities here. And so it's really kept me humble.
Jones' humility has come in hand, with him having an impressive year so far as a Hawkeye. Jones had a personal indoor best in the mile race at the Iowa State Classic with a time of 4 minutes and 4 seconds. But Jones doesn't run for the PR. He runs for the team.
With every race I go into the starting line, I just want to be able to represent this university as best I can. It's been an honor that to be able to come here, and the coaching staff really took a risk on bringing me in, and so I really just want to represent this university the best that I can, and try and win every single race I can for that reason.
Reporting from inside the indoor track facility, this has been Lucy Rodine, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Jones finished 12th in the mile race at the Big Ten Championships.
In other Hawkeye sports, University of Iowa women's player Van Huvelen was named Big Ten Athlete of the Week by conference office on Tuesday.
Van Huvelen is a freshman from East Sussex, England. Picked up a pair of victories at the #1 singles and doubles tournament last weekend to help the Hawkeyes improve to their 9-0, their second best start in program history. The weekly conference honor is the first of Van Huvelen's career. She's the first Hawkeye to earn the weekly conference honor since Ruth Seaborn was recognized in April 2014.
University of Iowa freshman Natalie Winters will travel to Spain to play 3 games with the United States under its women's Trinity national team. This is the age group begins a new cycle with the goal of qualifying for the 2018 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in France.
The 24-player roster is a mixture of collegiate and youth club players in 10 already enrolled colleges. Winters will be a sophomore for the Hawkeyes in 2017 after earning Big Ten All-Freshman Team honors last season. She started all 19 games, scored 2 goals, and had 3 assists. Winters is a U.S. Women's National Team regular. She has competed in 8 U.S. Women's National Team camps in her career.
Tune in tomorrow for a preview of Iowa's last road game of the regular season against Wisconsin.
Also an update on Iowa's top wrestler. Nikki, back to you.
And that wraps up another live edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check out our website, dailyiowan.com, for all the latest Iowa City news. And don't forget to grab a copy of the Daily Iowan. For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Nikki Crossway. Have a great day, Iowa City, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.